Hello and welcome to another edition of the University of Law. This is my long overdue review of the Doctor of War Destiny. So this is one of the Unbound sets. So it's taken me a while to review this. I listened to it on release date last week. However, it didn't come through the post till today. So I'm reviewing it now because I like to do an unboxing as I review it. I've taken out the packaging, but it hasn't actually been opened yet. So it's my first time viewing the physical contents. I'll talk about it as we go. So obviously this box set, Doctor of War Destiny, carries on from Doctor of War Genesis, which I did a review on over a week ago now in anticipation of this particular box set here. This really, in particular this box set, is a celebration of the Fourth Doctor era. You know, it really is. We've got the Fourth Doctor's Master, the Fourth Doctor's Companion, Davros, and Key to Time from the Fourth Doctor era. So it's very much a celebration of the Fourth Doctor era, even though it's got Colin Baker playing a new incarnation, an unbound incarnation called the Warrior. So I have to be absolutely honest, this month we got 40 Volume 2 and the 10th Doctor Classic Companions box sets. And of the three, this is the one I was glad I'd ordered it. I ordered it because I wanted to listen to it, but it was one I was least excited about. And actually, when you look at what we've got coming up for the second half of 2022, with between the 8th Doctor stuff, the War Doctor, the 9th Doctor, this really wasn't high up on my list of things I was really looking forward to listening to. I mean, I bought it for a purpose. I wanted to listen to it. You know, I like this range, but it really hadn't. Didn't to me appear to be the most exciting thing on the horizon. And you know, boy was I wrong, because this was a fantastic set. Especially, I mean, the first two stories were really solid, but the last one really just was something extra special. So I'll tell you more about it as we go along. But obviously, as usual, we've got our lovely artwork on the front. And same on the back, rendered in purple. And we've got three stories. We've got Who Am I by Nigel Fairs, Time Killers by Lizzie Hopley, and The Key to Time by Tim Foley, directed by Barnaby Kay. So let's get this open. Oh, that came off really easily that time. So it opens upside down like that. And let's pop that there so we don't get the glare on it. Right, so we've got the same on the back, same on the front as on the slipcover. I'll open it up. I've got disc 1, Who Am I by Nigel Fairs. Let's open it up. Oh, and there's the advert for the first volume. So let's get right to it. Who Am I by Nigel Fairs. For anyone who's watched Face of Evil, and I've watched it more recently than most classic stories actually, because I repurchased it back in 2020 as a part of the collection season 14 box sets. I've listened to it more recently than, say, the Key to Time stories. I should have really listened to them in anticipation for this release, but there's so much content at the moment. It's, you know, trying to do all your research. You know, you're not going to get through everything. But yeah, it was a really good. It took all the themes that worked from that original story, and just did something a little bit, you know, a twist on it. I think that's the good thing with these Unbound stories. It's taking what you know, but giving a little twist. So, as always, Louise Jameson was excellent in it. Geoffrey Beevers did a really good performance in this set, and the Master has a really interesting plan. You know, really, really interesting. And I won't spoil it too much, but it's really the Master and Leela's story. And yes, it's basically, it's a bit like Turn Left in the sense of, it's very much the what if the Doctor was never there. And that's been the premise before with the, you know, with the Unbound things like, and what if he never left Gallifrey, what if he never came to Earth. But we've always kind of seen it through his eyes, whereas now we're kind of seeing, what if the Doctor wasn't there, and he's not there, and he's never there. And yeah, it's just really interesting to see the vacuum that he leaves behind. But yeah, some lovely, lovely references. It really builds on the lore of, you know, the Tesh and the Sever team. And yeah, no, it's a really lovely story. But yeah, with a really, the story is original at the end. You know, the Master's plan is highly original, and it's not just a rehash. It plays with some interesting themes from the original story. And yeah, plays to those strengths and does a lovely what if story around what, you know, a universe without the Doctor. But then when it comes to it, it's a highly original story. Yeah, so definitely recommend the first one. In the next section, we've got our booklet, and let's see what we've got inside it. We've got a photograph of Geoffrey Beevers at work. Yeah, various members of the cast. We've got our synopsises there as well. I'd imagine on the back, we've got our cast list. There we go. Right, let's go. Look at this too. This too is Time Killers. Now, I've never seen this film, but I know there is a film which has a similar premise, which is around time being a currency. But I don't think it's ever been done in Doctor Who before. But it was done really well. Lovely timey-wimey story. But the big takeaway from this particular story is just the wonderful chemistry between Colin Baker and Geoffrey Beevers in their roles as the Master and the Warrior. It's a lovely dynamic, and it really plays to those strengths. I know in the extras, Lizzie Hopley talks about how she started off writing it as the Sixth Doctor and had to quickly change it because, you know, this man is a lot harsher than the Sixth Doctor. This is the Warrior. This isn't the Sixth Doctor. This is a different character altogether. So yeah, really lovely middle story for the set. Lovely timey-wimey story. And finally, if I open it up, so it says underneath, we've got an advert for the Unbound stories, which are now available as a download bundle. We've got the Key to Time by Tim Foley. I'd forgotten Davros was in this set, and when they said your greatest enemy, I thought, I wonder who that is, and it was Davros. Yeah, so it's really a two-hander between the the Warrior and Davros. It gets quite interesting, quite cerebral towards the end. Lots of sort of multiverse kind of things happening, lots of multiverse vibes. It starts off with quite a straightforward plot, trying to get the key to time. But as it unravels, the whole story is actually about the Doctor and Davros. It's about the Doctor and Davros' relationship, the Doctor and the Daleks' relationship, and how essentially the journey, the character arcs of the Doctor, Davros and the Daleks over the course of the last 60 years of television are really what the Time War is all about. The Time War is about how these different lives have converged, how they've impacted on one another. And it's a really lovely exploration of the relationship between these two characters. There's flash forwards to the 12th Doctor with Davros in The Magician's Apprentice. There's flashbacks to Genesis of the Daleks. It really plays with that concept of, you know, their relationship and how fundamentally the Time War really, you know, links the old and the classic and the new series together, and it does so through the Daleks and Davros and through the Doctor's repeated encounters with them, and it really makes the Time War kind of made, and especially with Dave the Doctor, it kind of made the history of Doctor Who, the ongoing battle of the Doctor and the Daleks, and that's what this story really celebrates. It celebrates at its heart what the Time War kind of represents in terms of the television series as a whole, rather than sort of what it represents sort of thematically, but more so what it represents for, you know, Doctor Who as a television series. So yeah, really lovely story there, and a lovely feature-length episode as well. Ran to about an hour and 15, and yeah, plenty to do in that time as well. So yeah, I definitely recommend this. Again, make sure you've listened to the first box set, although I don't think it's completely necessary. The only sad thing with this is that it's clear from the ending that there won't be another volume. It kind of ties everything up. But it was a lovely self-contained mini arc, these Doctor of War box sets, and I hope they do some more stuff. They could potentially fit some sets between Genesis and Destiny, or they could do it with another incarnation playing another warrior from the multiverse. But yeah, no, really fun series of box sets, and I definitely recommend. If you like the video, remember to click like, and if you want more content like this, remember to click subscribe. As always, thanks for listening, and we will speak soon.